Welcome back, everybody. We are gonna go organize some stuff and then probably sort our steers off of our calves and other miscellaneous things, and that's what's happening on Ranching Sodak. This is the time of year that you spend the first few minutes of the day looking for your sweatshirt that you took off at the end of the day yesterday. Found it. Gonna fire up the old 7410 and a log chain to lift those feeders up. The jacks don't work. We're gonna move these two feeders out of this pen, set one up on the knob down the way here, and then we're gonna bring all them calves up that are out there. There's like 150 calves out west. So we're gonna bring all those up. We're gonna sort them off, and then we're gonna let these guys out. Yesterday we were in Aberdeen, South Dakota. I bought another 30 head of right at 600 pounds, just a hair over 600-pound heifers, black heifers. It's just about pretty dang quiet. They don't spook. So what is there? There's 100. We're gonna keep about 30 of our own, I think, is what I got out there. And then we've got put together, you know, a short 130 here. So, and then the wife told me it's not 300 heifers. She said she wants to have 400 heifers. So we got to buy 400. She thinks we got to breed 400 heifers. We need to keep going. So tractor update. You guys remember back this winter or early spring, the front end went out on this tractor. Basically what we found out, the front end was shot, bearing went out in there, but my clutch that engages the front wheel assist was not releasing all the time. So there, it left it locked into place. So you were driving around like you were driving around in four-wheel drive. And ultimately, that's what wore out that bearing, I think, and wore out the gears, was because we were constantly in four-wheel drive. So that was the first thing he had to do, is he had to get that clutch fixed. So when you push the button, it releases, and then you're in two-wheel drive. Now that shouldn't have a problem. She's back in action. I'm gonna put this chain in the across the 2-point. We can lower this down and lift those feeders up out of the mud. If the hitches are sunk way down in, then we can drag them up onto some drier ground. So I'm out here. I think what we'll do is we might as well bring all these heifers out of this lot here, and we'll run them up into here, and we'll stage them into this pen, and then we can bring all the cattle from ours out around the building and bring them up through here and get them into here so we can sort them, and then we'll let them all go. I won't let these new ones out until I let some of my original ones back out there too, because kind of show them the ropes. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Now who's here? Come on in. We've been talking about you. Why don't you go around and go up. Let's go up there and I'll see if I can get them to follow me. Probably gonna follow you. Yeah, they are. Come this way. Let's just go this way and see if we can get some to come out. Come this way. Oh, we got the flow coming. Let's just slowly eke our way back. That's enough. Okay. That's working out perfectly. There's only a few stragglers. But you only get about 30 seconds, and then that front ones are gonna start wanting to come back. So, back, Sparky. Let's call this macaroni. That's it, right there. Flip your jack around. Got her. Got it. Now we'll put it in the hay lot down here. Oh, we got multiple things happening, some in our favor, some just randomly happening. While we were setting up those panels, a few calves from out west came in, and now a few more are coming in, and there's a few more out there. We'll see. We're gonna see if we can just go trick the rest of them to follow us up. It's kind of got a little bit of a fish trap situation going. Weren't too excited when they heard the skid steer up at the yard, so we'll drive a circle around out here a little bit, get them all moving and trailing, and I think we'll have them. Brr, brr, brr. I told Sassy Pants she could hide in the weeds here and then get the gate shut. Last one, but I think we'll just go back to faith-based cattle trailing, and hopefully they all come in.
Love a good hider.
They love a good hiding in the bush trick. We need a crossing right here, girl.
Yeah, we do.
Probably just a rock crossing. So this works the best. Pinch point right here. They come around this corner and then I was able to just back up and then they all went past me. Seems like once they get rolling, they like to just keep rolling along this little ridge here. Like that calf's the last one. I guess there's one more out there, that dying calf that we've treated a couple times. He's dragging tail, but that one's gonna stay anyway. We got him. Now they're gonna funnel up there, and these cattle can only go into the pen unless they go around the fish trap deal up there. The other ones that already were in there just suck in there hopefully, and we'll all get them all up in there. So now I got about half of them in here and they can only go up. They can come around there, but I'm hoping to get these to start and I can get these 40 to go. Sparky, here, Sparky. Good girl. That's enough. Enough. Hey. Stop. Enough. Stop. Well, it's working. It went a little faster than I was hoping with these dogs helping, but they don't have, they only got like one speed. Plan's gonna be, now that we got them heifers out of there, we'll bring some of these cattle up into here. I let them come around me, and then she's gonna put the steers in there, and then all the heifers and the dinks and the oddballs will go out. The ones with horns that didn't fall off, I didn't get them banded, so I'm gonna have to keep those now, band them horns, sell them this fall. So here again, we brought them into this pen, and now they think they're getting away, but they're just going right up into our sorting area. So we'll bring a group like this. We actually have to stop them from going in there instead of herding them in. Now we'll let them get settled in here, and then we'll run them past and make a sort on them. So we changed our thinking just a titch, and we moved out all the heifers. We moved them out into here, thinking that we'll sort into this pen. It's a smaller, more controlled pen, so if we got to bring something back up here, we can. It won't be having let it out of there. That's just a little bigger. And the other good thing that we didn't really think of is they are all learning in this smaller pen now about the electric fence. So about 40 of them now have been shocked. So that's good. It's a good place for them to learn touching that hot wire around two sides of this pen. So they're having fun. You're gonna not want to touch it while you're standing in the water. Cat. Yep. Steer. 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 Horn. All in. I think these are all heifers. Stop them. Or let it in, let it in, let it in. There you go, that's the heifer. What's wrong with it? Another wild heifer. Get.
Looks like everything but the red.
Now the last ones, I stay in the gate until she gets behind there, and I just get out of the way because they come in. If we both would have went down there, then they have a tendency to follow you and want to watch you. But if you stay at the gate until the last second, usually works. Okay, last little group here. 2 heifers and then the steer. Dink them.
Heifers?
Yeah. Heifers. Catch. Heifers. Heifers. So we're gonna count these guys and then we'll let them back out in with these, and then all this mess will go out so we can feed them in the fence line out there for the next short month or whatever. When we bangs them and give them their shots, we'll pull off all the dinks. They'll go to a separate little pasture. And there could be dinks in these new cattle we buy too. You know, if there's something that's just not looking good, we'll just pull them off too and put them with the dinks. So let's get a count on them, one on each side of us, and then we'll, or do you want to push them up to that feeder and then do it? Well, we can count what we got here and then just get up at that feeder. Hold up, business call. So now these few that have horns, and we got to get a count on them. We're going to pull these horned ones off. They're going to get banded and they'll have to stay here and they'll become part of the beef program for us or sell them this fall. But everything else is good to go. It should be all steers. Well, reds, yeah. Get in the back. Oh, okay. Feed truck is here. I have to help him get through the gate. This one got out. I think she got zapped at the fence and then shot through. I don't know if we can get lucky and let her walk back in or not. It's kind of risky. We'll try something here. They're pretty chill right there now. Dog is not helping us. Get back, Koki. There we go, there we go. Ain't too bad. One out, 175 in, snuck her in there. There you go, boys. Okay, I gotta wait here. Feed truck's coming and I gotta let them in here and we're gonna put some feed in that feeder. These guys can go out now through that green gate, but they're all loafing right now, so they don't know it's open. Full service gate guy for you there.
Hell yeah.
Redmonds Salt block. Now with a little bit of commotion here, they're starting to file out real slowly out, going out in the big area. That's pretty much exactly how I wanted to introduce the new cattle to that big pen, because you know it's 25 acres out there. It does have a hot fence all the way around it. We were able to put 70 some of our own calves back in here and then commingle them for an hour or two, and now they're just going to take them out real slow and no big running around or trying to find the boundaries or nothing. And they got to get shocked a bunch in here too, the curious one. So there you go. Well, that's under control. Let's feed these cows. I haven't fed the cows today. The grass is starting to green up, so they're really walking and looking for grass. I'm gonna feed them 6 bales and then we'll probably fire up the truck here after a bit, but we gotta work them few steers with horns once Cara gets out of her little meeting there. They were hanging out over at that bale grazing site, so now we're a mile. See those trees on the horizon over there? That's where we fed them yesterday, actually on the other side of those. Now they're wandering around because this is all starting to grow up and they're chewing this down right as fast as it grows up, which is kind of okay as long as it's freezing at night. But then once it quits freezing at night and we need to get these cows separated, we're going to sort them into their group, put them in some smaller areas so they don't keep eating all this stuff is the plan. They're not super hungry. Ow. see I had a cow over here that didn't come up with the rest of them. Must have a dead calf. It is a cow that shouldn't have a calf for another month. Yeah, looks like she aborted her calf. So you see the hairs missing on the calf. So that means he probably died inside of her, and then she had the calf a little later because the calf was dead. So then she had it. So that number, we will write that one down. We sort for our pair or for our pasture groups. She will not be going this year. That kind of stinks. Kind of a big old cow, kind of a taller, bonier cow, but that could just be how she's been feeling too lately. Calf looked kind of big for if it's got another 3 weeks to go. Bad news. Well, the new calves come out here and they all found the bunk line. It sure works good to have a few calves that have been out here. You know, we had them 70 we turned back out here to show them the ropes a little bit. They're scattered all out. I'm gonna roll this bale up on the hill here just to give them a little more, because they're gonna wanna be grazing instead of eating. And then we'll probably gonna not bring a load of feed today. I'm gonna let them clean up what's there, and then we'll start them fresh tomorrow so I can get the right amount, because there's a few more head here. So I might as well let them clean up what's there, and then we'll just start to calibrate our ration for what we got here now. They're enjoying it. You can see they're laying down over here and they're spread out. I worked those calves without you, and now I'm mixing up a load. Who doesn't like to see this truck in action? So I brought you back on. Climb up there, I'll show you inside. So we made it a little extra tall on purpose for kind of spillage, because this is like this would be a normal load, maybe another couple thousand pounds, and it's a long ways from spilling over. Where before, when I got it up to where I wanted, it was basically dribbling over and kind of not necessarily making a mess, but it was always dribbling over. So it's kind of overkill on our height, but somebody said I should have a handle here to get in, but I find myself always putting my hand here. I don't know. I don't know what the best way is yet to get in and out of this bad boy. It's not terrible. One thing I noticed after we've had this a little bit is no cup holder. So I'm guessing back in the day when it was a concrete truck, they just wanted them boys to work. No time for coffee. But I'm kind of wanting a coffee cup. I want a little container over here or something, so we're gonna have to check into that. So this is a new spot for you folks. We're right close to home here now, so I'm gonna feed them over here for the next few days, because we'll be sorting all these cows here in less than a week, possibly even this week. I don't know. We'll kind of watch the forecast, and I want to do it when my corrals are all dry. It's a lot easier. There's a little chance of rain here, but it's a lot easier to sort cattle. You don't have to stand in the mud. Kind of picky that way. We're gonna feed them over here, keep them close to home. That we can just jump them across the road, run them in and sort them. There will be a group of cows that'll come back over here, and then a couple groups will go over this way. It's getting to be that time of year. There's our little buddy. To mix a load for the calves because it's fun. That's what I got on right now. Crew's over there. This load's only 6,200 pounds, so I'll just let it run the whole time I'm going over there. another load for the cows because I'm just having fun. No, the load limits are on this road. That's another reason why this truck is nice. Instead of going down this road with, you know, a tractor and a wagon and 15,000 pounds or 12,000 pounds of feed, you'd be totally overweight. Now I can make 2 loads of, like, I'm pretty much legal at like 6,900 pounds of feed in that truck because I got one more axle than your tractor and wagon would have had. And it does a little better job of mixing. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, folks, I think we should call her for the day. I've had enough. Look good though. Get them all lined out. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.